Hey, this is Logan Grant, and this is Grant Me Topics. If you're new to this channel, I was diagnosed with an inguinal hernia in 2017, and I post videos on what I'm doing to try and heal my hernia naturally. I also share tips that I've learned along the way in managing and potentially reducing your hernia. I will start with the update. To be honest, this has been one of the most painful weeks of my life. It started out painful on Sunday because I was doing some push-ups and somehow put 2 ribs out, and so I could hardly breathe. Well, I say hardly, but it was just very difficult to breathe. I could not breathe deeply in most positions. I had to wait till Monday to get them put back in place. And then that same day, I had something done to my neck at the chiropractor, which then caused me pain up until today. Even it actually still hurts. I was up like 2 nights in a row at like 2 something trying to foam roll it just because it was hurting so bad I couldn't sleep. But I'm not complaining because that builds character. But it wasn't fun either. But as far as the hernia goes, my hernia hasn't really gotten any smaller, but it has been staying in more often. It's become very clear that the caffeines, the glutens, and the dairy does have a pretty direct effect on my hernia. I haven't been entirely faithful to avoiding those. One of the reasons why it has become so evident is because I haven't stayed entirely faithful to those. So one night I did have this pasta with like a cream sauce, and anyway, the next day my hernia did poke out more than it was the previous couple of days. And then one of the mornings that I didn't sleep very much throughout the night because of all the pain in my neck and shoulder, I decided to have a regular sized cup of coffee because I was just like, and that did make it pop out a little bit too. So not saying that it's going to affect everyone in the same way, but for me, it has become clear that those things do have an effect on it. This video was meant to primarily be an update, but I wanted to share with y'all a couple of exercises that I've added to my daily routine. Both of these exercises are done lying on your back, and it is important to try to keep your back as flat as possible and not arch it. The first one is a glute hip flexor sort of one, and then the second one is a transverse abdominis and pelvic floor exercise. I know, that's an awkward looking exercise, but this one's to strengthen my glutes and help my hip posture. So all I'm doing is trying to keep my back as flat as I can. I tighten my glutes as tight as I can and hold them at the top for a couple of seconds, and I do that for about 50 reps. Sometimes I add weight, sometimes I don't. This one's kind of like a stomach vacuum. So I start by taking in a deep belly breath, and then I blow it out and simultaneously draw in my stomach, focusing on the muscles below my hip bones. And then I tighten up the muscles that I would use to stop myself from peeing and pooping all at the same time, hold it for a little while, and then take in another deep belly breath. And then I do that for an arbitrary amount of reps, and that's kind of dependent on what I'm feeling like and how much time I have. Well, that is it for today. I hope you guys found this information to be helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and I will see y'all next time. Shalom.